welcome to our session, The Single Source of Truth for Dual Channel Publishing, how Thomson Reuters publishes our content to AEM site pages and Salesforce Knowledge. So what we're covering today, we'll go through some quick introductions of who Thomson Reuters is and myself, Amy Griffin. And then, of course, we'll nerd out together on our enterprise content strategy framework, how we're single sourcing our content and why that's so important, and then also the foundational work we're doing to synchronize our article templates and metadata schema between our AEM and Salesforce systems. Why we chose AEM guides, it's going to take me a little while to get used to saying that. So why we chose AEM guides. And then Aswini's going to demo the setup of our Salesforce instance in AEM and the publish of our content to our Help Center built as an AEM site and Salesforce Knowledge. And then lastly, what problems did we solve by implementing the solution? So let's go ahead and begin with a little video that helps you understand what makes Thomson Reuters Thomson Reuters.
The future is a work in progress, but progress itself can sometimes seem distant. And while we've made incredible leaps forward, the path ahead is not always clear. Now, more than ever, we must stand for the timeless ideals on which progress is built, to increase knowledge, to act with courage and integrity, to pursue justice, truth, and transparency, to inform the way forward. This is our purpose at Thomson Reuters. But the way forward isn't ours alone to decide. It's discovered together with our customers through conversations, decisions, and action. When we power professionals with the insight and information to act with confidence, together we uphold the rule of law, turn the wheels of commerce, catch bad actors, distinguish fact from falsehood, and inform people all over the world. Through our customers, we lay the foundations upon which value is created, advancing the integrity and resilience of critical institutions and systems. So together, we can inform the way forward to a more understanding, trusting world for all.
And as for me, and I don't have the very nice music in the background for my slide, but as for me, I lead the charge of an enterprise-wide content team made up of content strategists and content designers and conversation designers. Our team is focused on driving digital experiences and delivering self-service resources to our customers and internal agents. And I'm really proud of being part of the team who launched TR's first chatbot, Triva, which stands for Thomson Reuters Intelligent Virtual Agent. And as you can probably tell, in my spare time, I do love being busy. So I'm in my last year of gaining my master's degree in UX design from Kent State University. Go Flashes, if anybody's from Kent State. And I'm also a photographer. My family's pictured here, and I did take those pictures. And I do promise that my boys do smile. They just, in that day, wanted to look tough and serious for the photo. And now let's move on to the good stuff. So let's talk about an enterprise framework. With as large as we are at Thomson Reuters, and I'm sure you can imagine, and maybe you're even experiencing this where you're at, we have so many tools and resources that we've developed in a silo from one another that we then in turn deliver these segregated tools and resources to our customers and internal agents. So we took a step back and ran with an initiative called the Change Program. This is where we strive to consolidate our tech stack and unify our digital experiences across all of TR. And you can see on this slide some of the problems we're trying to solve. And I will be very honest with all of you. Our content team audited, and this is very embarrassing, but I'm going to say it. Our content team audited more than 25 different help centers across TR. Now, granted, we have an enormous product line, so and each of those have their own help. But we've got a number of different experiences across those products. That means we have even more different content management systems running in the back end. We have redundance in content everywhere, inaccurate answers even, and maintenance nightmares. And we learned just how much content can be shared across our products. So those redundancies alone would lower our work across multiple teams. And from an end user perspective, this can make it tough to do business with us, even as an internal stakeholder. There's many different work streams under the change program, and the one I'll focus on today is called the help and support work stream. And our content team is working to deliver that unified help and support center for our customers and internal agents. So that's one single experience. It's not a help center for internal agents and another help center for external customers, but a single help center that provides answers to both of the audiences. To solve the problems mentioned earlier, our first task was to synchronize article templates between platforms, the platforms being AEM and Salesforce. In AEM guides, we use the out-of-the-box templates, concept, glossary, reference, and task. And then as we looked at Salesforce, we made sure to use a pretty generic article template, nothing customized, that accepts just the title, body of content, the metadata, and draft and publish status. And our next task was to align our metadata schema not only between our platforms, but across all our digital resources. So we're working hard at providing that unified experience within our folder structure, our URL structure, our metadata fields and values between our website, the help center, internal tools within TR, and of course, other resources, as I'm sure we've got many of them. We want end users to see the same facets in the filters after performing searches or even when navigating through a browse experience, because this will lessen their cognitive load as they move throughout our ecosystem. Everything will be very, very smooth for them. And so when we look across our enterprise, some of the keys to success in rolling this out is to single source content, synchronize templates between platforms, the article templates, and then align our metadata across digital experiences, but especially across AEM and Salesforce. All of this helps us create and maintain content in one location and then distribute it where our end users need it. And when I say end users, I'm referring to both our external customers and internal agents. They're both equally important to us. And if we have, for example, a customer service agent living in Salesforce, or a support representative living in the help center, or even an external customer living in the product, all of them will have access to the same single-sourced content. And let me give you a peek at some of those experiences. So in this first scenario, let's say we have a customer service agent answering questions about our customers' accounts. And we conducted research, just to let you know. We wanted to learn where our internal agents live and their jobs to be done. So we learned in our research that a customer service rep will typically live within Salesforce. During this research, we learned the content and answers inside Salesforce Knowledge wasn't always up to date. And I'm sure some of you have faced, similar situations where our internal stakeholders don't always have the time to maintain this type of content. And then when that happens, it can easily grow stale. To resolve this problem, we migrated content from our Salesforce instance to AEM. And that's where we have content specialists of all types updating and maintaining and even growing the content and answers with respect to the contact volume coming into the contact center. So when an internal agent lives in Salesforce, they can perform a search, they can browse, they can even use Salesforce's Einstein feature that will crawl and return results that we've pushed from AEM. Our next scenario in delivering content to our end users is the support agent journey. A support agent, again, based on research, may be answering questions about how to do tasks within our products. And so the research we conducted informed us that they will typically live within our products and even the Help Center. Since we want to deliver content to where they live, we're again single sourcing the content in AEM and then publishing to our Help and Support Center, which is an AEM site. I know I also mentioned our support agents can live within the products, but I'll show you more of that journey and that experience in the next scenario. So now let's just assume at this point that our support agent lives within the Help Center. And let me take you out to our new Help Center. There's a screenshot here. And then we also, this is what's live as of last December. It's very MVP at this time. We'll be adding many more features based on customer research that we've been conducting in Q1, and we'll release those new features here at the end of Q2. But remember the story of those 25 different help centers. This is that enterprise level tech stack. And then also this is the external UI that our internal agents and external customers will be using. So our URL is one that matches that of our website domain. Our folder structure within AEM Guides also mirrors the unified structure. And when we go to perform a search or just browse, you'll see the facets we've enabled externally. Product and subject and format, those will grow as well. And these are the ones that we're aligning across TR. And then also we have our global header, our breadcrumbs, and our footer also mirroring across our digital experiences. So we've really got a design library and creating something once, just like we're creating content once, and then using it across our digital experiences. And I'll take you into an article here so you can see the article format. And this is coming from AEM Guides. All right, our last scenario is that of our customer's journey. A customer will typically live within our products and the applications they use on a day-to-day basis. So we needed to deliver the same content within our products. Here's a screenshot of the experience, but let me also take you into one of our products and really show you how it works. And again, I'm really driving home that we're writing our content once in AEM and then distributing that content to our digital resources in many different areas and platforms. So let me bring this browser window over again and show you Westlaw Edge. It's one of our products. And here you can see the help and support icon. And if I click on that, you're going to see the in-app help widget that mirrors and is essentially just a widget of our help and support center on the web. You'll see here that we've got articles for you that we're promoting and highlighting. You can contact us, explore training. The Get More Help is going to take you right out to the help and support center. And if I perform a search, you can also see in the filters that these filters are going to be the same, again, using the same metadata. And then I'll also take you out to this article, and it's going to open up our Help and Support Center. And all of that content is the same whether you're in Salesforce, the Help and Support Center itself, and the in-app widget. And of course, we're going to continue expanding other resources and platforms that we deliver to. So one of these things, right before we get into a Sweeney's demo, why did we choose this XML editor as, or why did we choose AEM Guides, Adobe's XML editor, or a piece of that, is really scalability at an enterprise level. So Thomson Reuters has more than 25,000 employees. We are, as we audited everything and found so many different help centers across TR, we really needed something that was going to scale at that enterprise level. And it was also the same tool, not the same tool, but the same ecosystem that our web marketing team is using. Again, consolidating where we can and where it makes sense to use that same tech stack. The reuse of content, writing it once reduces maintenance costs and provide a consistent message wherever the content's delivered. And most importantly, writing it once and delivering that content to our end users when and where they need it. That's the biggest key to driving our digital resources and even increasing our self-service opportunities. And now I'm going to hand it over to Sweeney, where she's going to demo the publishing process for you.
Thanks, Amy. Hello, everyone. Thanks for joining us today. Hope you all are doing well. I'm Ashwini Lakshminarayanan from Adobe Techcom. I shall now talk a little bit about the article-based publishing, followed by a short demo. As part of AEM Guides product, we have article-based publishing engine integrated inside the web editor that allows our users to publish one or more topics simultaneously. This engine lets the users to make incremental changes to the article and publish them as and when they are ready. So they can selectively choose as many topics as possible to publish and at the same time build the entire map in an additive fashion. For example, if there are use cases where the users have updated content only for a few topics in the data map, they don't always have to publish the entire map. They can select and publish only the updated topics from the web editor. This way of publishing is more agile, enabling a speedy time to market, and also with this enablement, we directly output the data content to AEM sites and knowledge platform like Salesforce without the DITA-OT plugin. This article-based publishing comes with the out-of-the-box template for knowledge management. So you can create a knowledge-based repository as a single source of content and publish them to AEM sites where the content team can host their technical content on top of their design to their websites and to the Salesforce Knowledge. This knowledge-based template is built on AEM site using AEM's core components. So if you want to use your in-house knowledge-based AEM template, or if you want to reuse or customize the out-of-box template, then it's very much feasible. This is another reason why our customers would like to use this article-based publishing. If a topic is used in multiple maps, then with a click of a button, all the maps with that topic gets published. Also, while publishing, we can filter these topics by its document state and content modification date. By document state, it's whether the document is new or in review or review completed state. So we can filter them and use it for publishing. AEM Guides also provides bulk publishing mechanism which allows users to publish a single content to multiple geographies based on their languages or to multiple channels in one go. This slide shows how the articles are available in Salesforce after we publish them from AEM Guides. When we select a topic to publish, we can classify it based on their product line and publish it to the Salesforce for easy categorization of articles. You can also publish an article to Salesforce in its draft state so they can be published directly from within Salesforce later. Each time an update is made to the article and published from AEM Guides, a version gets created in Salesforce against the same article. So when several versions of an article exist, you can restore it to an older version and republish it. These are some of the key features of article-based publishing engine. So now let's go ahead and look for a demonstration on how this works end to end. So this is the web editor of AEM Guides. For the purpose of this demonstration, I'm opening a sample map, Personal Spaceship Operations Manual. So once you've opened a map in the map editor, you can navigate to Outputs tab to create a preset of your target output. We have two presets configured already for this demo. One is Salesforce and one for AEM Sites. So let's start with AEM Sites. You can create an output preset with or without conditions, and also you can use a DITA file. You can also use the AEM Guides baseline feature for publishing a specific version of your data map. In the AEMs tab, we need to enter all the AEM site related details. So this displays all the list of AEM site templates that are available on your AEM repository. I'm choosing the template which is available out of the box for us. So let me show you how the out of the box template looks like. As I said earlier, all the components that are used here, logo, title, text, the search bar, language navigation, all of these are based on AEM core components which you can reuse or customize as applicable. To enable this in your publishing engine, you can download this knowledge base template package from Adobe's software distribution portal. Moving back to our XML editor. So once we have chosen the site template, we have to choose the category, section template, and article template. So these are the structural components that's available for us to organize the look and feel of your output. These are basically predefined in the AEM site template creation. Next, in the articles tab, here we get to choose the topics and hit the generate preset button here to generate the output. So the output is generated and the topics which are published here will be available in AEM sites. This is how our content gets published. As I said earlier, this engine works at topic by topic level. So now I say that I have another topic that has to be updated. I can choose it here and publish again without having the need to publish the entire map. Say I'm making a change to this contact information and trying to republish it again along with a new topic, frequently asked questions, and I'm generating the preset. So this is how we can incrementally generate the output of one or more topics or publish the content to a knowledge based platform in an article by article fashion. Next, let's see how the content is published to Salesforce. In order to use the Salesforce preset, a publish profile must be created, which allows us to establish a connection between AEM Guides and Salesforce to publish the knowledge based content. Firstly, to create a Salesforce publish profile, an app needs to be created and configured at Salesforce end. Once this is done, the app generates a consumer key and consumer secret. We need to navigate to editor settings and choose Salesforce as a knowledge platform in under the server type. Enter the profile name and the site URL. The site URL is the consumer site that we would use for publishing the content. And then add the consumer key and consumer secret details that are generated while creating the connected app in Salesforce. Once these details are added, we need to log in to authenticate and finally save the settings. So Salesforce preset works similar to AEM sites publishing, where we can choose to apply the conditions with the data val file and also baseline. In Salesforce tab, we need to select the publish profile. So the publish profile that has been configured already in the editor settings that gets populated here. So once we select the publish profile, all the details like the record type, content field, categories pertaining to this published profile gets populated from Salesforce. In the article section, we can choose the required topics to get published to Salesforce, and then you can also make use of the filters to filter the documents based on its document state and last modified date. So in case if I want to publish these articles directly to Salesforce, then I may have to uncheck this option so that it doesn't go to Salesforce in draft state, but rather in a published state. So we are publishing the output. So we've got the confirmation that these files are published successfully. Let's check in the article section. So the personal spaceship operations manual and the legal document is published. So once the article is published to Salesforce, the chosen record type is FAQ and the article number gets auto-generated and the publication status set to published for this particular topic. So this is how the content gets published using AEM Guide's article-based publishing engine.
Before we get into Q&A, let's go over what problems we solved with this approach. And I want to note that we're still validating actual numbers because this implementation is fairly new to us. We'll really see the results during our contact center's busiest season. So how do we help our end users? If you take a poll, and there's even research done in this area by reputable sites, but if you take a poll and ask your end users what's most important to them when it comes to help content, they'll tell you that they want accurate answers and fast. So we're able to do that now with this approach. And we've increased self-service opportunities because we're delivering content where our end users need it. And if you think about how this can help with the onboarding process, it helps it so we don't have to teach everything to our new employees, but rather teach them how to use their resources to get the answers they need and what our customers need. How do we help the business? We consolidated our tech stack. We're still doing that. Remember the 25 different help centers and the content management systems and even other systems behind the curtain. We're still consolidating as we migrate to our new help and support center, but we're on the right path to our shared tech stack across TR. Reduction in maintenance costs by sharing and reusing content across our products. During that research, we really learned that there was so much that could be shared that across our products that was rewritten and rewritten and rewritten. And we're expecting to possibly see a reduction in average handle time for our internal agents. And I say possibly because it's also possible that we've documented the most common questions, and now the call drivers or contact drivers will be of a higher level that may take longer to resolve. We'll just have to see how this looks after a busy season. The next steps for our help and support work stream of the change program in this journey is to do a lot of content cleanup. I also say you can't move, a junk drawer from one platform to another and expect the experience to be improved just because of the platform. Content plays a major role in improving the experience, so we have a lot of cleanup to do. And we're also looking at furthering the delivery of content to end users by understanding where they are in the products that they're using and providing that contextual content to them screen by screen. And this type of content, we'll expand on it. It'll include help and support content, training content, community posts, and more. And we greatly appreciate the time you've spent with us. Please feel free to reach out to me on LinkedIn. I'm always looking to connect with others in the content world as we learn so much from one another. Thank you.